is it a problem to be attracted to friends and keep those friendships if you're in a committed relationship with someone? So I really think about this one because it's actually, I think, a little more complicated than we might initially think. Would you keep friends around that you have some level of physical or emotional attraction to? And is that a bad thing for a relationship?
And they're the opposite sex.
Opposite sex.
Or I mean,
or anyone you're interested in. Yeah,
Whatever. Yeah.
yeah, like what you're attracted.
Yeah,
to.
what you're attracted
Whatever
to.
you're attracted. Yeah.
I would say there has to be boundaries, right?
What does that look like to you?
Well, you know yourself, right? So you know you don't want to put yourself in certain situations to attempt to do something like that, right? So having someone that's you're attracted to, and you know that, I mean, out of respect for your partner, right? That should be your priority when it comes to relationship-wise. I don't think you should put yourself in a situation to potentially, and let's say with for example, another thing would be like, let's say you had something with them in the past. Well, I think out of respect for your partner, that's something you need to kind of cut ties with. Maybe you say, hey, I need to give you some distance because, you know, that I'm out of respect for my partner.
Sure.
So that's my perspective.
So maybe like if there was a previous relationship with said person, that might be a no-go.
Yeah, like let's say I'm still friends with an ex, or like that kind of situation, or what do you mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking. So like, is it like maybe don't be friends with exes, but what about someone you've never had anything with?
I would say, I mean, there's always gonna be pretty people everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you can't be like, oh my god, I can't look anywhere. Because
Well, I feel like that's like something pretty common with like
Yeah.
traditional conservatism. Like is like, you know, don't have friends of the opposite, or like same sex if you're interested in like same sex. Like
Yeah.
don't have any sort of female friends if you're like heterosexual. So does that seem too extreme to anybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay.
Yeah. So,
I was curious. I didn't know. I mean,
So like for example, let's say a girl, it's hard because I feel like the guys are the ones that test the boundaries more. And unless,
What do you mean by test the boundaries?
So let's say I have a girlfriend
Yeah.
and she has a bunch of guy friends.
Yeah.
And what would that tell you? I guess, for example, would that say anything? Would that?
what was the scenario again?
Not
Sorry.
necessarily. I don't think that necessarily means anything.
But
I've always had more male
with-
friends
yeah.
Me
than
too.
female friends.
Which is fine, right?
Yeah.
But it's because they put the boundary, right? It's because
sure,
it's because
yeah.
the woman.
What is going on?
We've got ghost lights going on right
Halloween
now.
was yesterday.
Okay, but like it looks okay, right?
I think it still looks all right.
Let's see it when it switches. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're watching the stream right now to make sure that like ghost lighting isn't freaking out.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, we're good. It still
Okay,
looks good. Yeah,
it looks
very
fine.
Happy Halloween. I was over. We're done with Halloween.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't
Yeah.
look bad.
All right,
but
cool.
what is going on with our
Sorry,
lights?
please continue.
Sorry.
So when a woman is a friend with a man, she puts the boundary that he's just a friend.
Sure.
If there's no mutual if there is no mutual connection, let's say he likes her, she doesn't like him, then she's going to be like, okay, no, sorry, we're just friends.
Yeah. If he's
Right.
attracted to her, she's not to him. There's a boundary in place.
Yeah.
Sure.
But if she doesn't put that boundary, if the guy likes her, he's going to try.
Sure.
I
Okay.
completely agree. As a male, I understand it because I've seen my friends do it. I've done it. Everyone is gonna find beauty because it's just how human nature is.
Yeah.
You will find people attractive.
People are attractive.
The only way that I am young. Yes, I agree. But from what I've seen and experienced is, unless she tells you there's no chance, you are going to look for any time they argue, any time that there might be an opportunity
interesting.
for you to
Okay.
jump in and replace him. I've seen it. So it's a little intimidating to me to go, oh, you were in a situationship or a relationship with this person, or they were trying to actively pursue you. And although you said no, they're going to sit there. From what I've seen in my experience, I may be wrong. Not everyone's the same. They're going to look for the crack and they're going to try and get in there. And they're going to try and slide in the best they can from what I've seen. I am young, so I've obviously am dealing with, I'm used to males in college
Yeah,
that
right.
are also at the same situation of, I have coworkers that I've literally word for word has said almost exactly what I did, that if there's an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
So okay, so like we agree, like I think the panel generally agrees that it's okay to have like friends of like whatever we're looking to go after, same sex or hetero or whatever. But like boundaries need to be in place. Is that what I'm getting from most of the panel here?
I think as a heterosexual male, I think to watch another heterosexual male stop, he needs to know there is no chance. Like there is nothing. Even if we break up, you don't have a chance, dude. Or else he's not really. I mean, it depends on how he views women, in my opinion. But if he is really, but I would do the same thing to her. If I saw her in a relationship and I went, oh, okay, and there's a chance that I can take his position, I will, and I will do whatever it takes to do that. So I think there's obviously a little bit of,
This is getting fun.
yeah, I think
everyone's like, ooh.
there's also a little bit of, okay, I would do that. Why wouldn't he? So I think that if he has already in the past expressed his interest in
Right.
a
If there's
future.
a pre-existing,
But-
I am interested in being in a relationship with this girl.
I think there's
situation.
something to be said about that. I think that we'll get to you guys in a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if my wife was friends with someone that had like expressed active interest in her, I think that would be like a no-go. That would be pretty weird.
I think that changes the situation a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm someone who has like stayed friends with exes in the past. Like
Mhm.
there is a way to navigate that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if there's a way to navigate if you have a friend who has like actively expressed like I'm in love with you or I really like you. You're in a relationship. That friendship that doesn't feel like a friendship anymore.